Hi, Jeff Fennick here from Australia, former three-time world champion. Started boxing in 1981, represented Australia at the Olympics in '84. Won my first 3 fights, and then my last fight against the Yugoslavian was overturned by the international jury. Steve McCrory went on to win the gold medal. I turned professional immediately after that in 1984, and after 6 professional fights, in my 7th professional fight I fought for the world title, for the IBF World Bantamweight title, and I was able to become world champion after only 196 days. It was the shortest time ever for a professional boxer to win a world title. That record still stands today, my 7th professional fight. Very, very lucky also. About 4 or 5 fights later, I was able to fight the Olympic gold medalist Steve McCrory in a fight billed as Olympic revenge. I was able to eventually knock Steve McCrory out in the 14th round in a defence of my IBF world title. A year later, I won my 2nd world title. I won the junior featherweight WBC world title against Samat Pakaroon from Thailand. I won that in the 4th round knockout. So I won 2 world titles, which made me the first Australian ever to achieve that feat. A year later, I moved up a weight division after defending that title 3 times. I moved up to the featherweight division, and I fought a Puerto Rican named Victor Callejas, who was a very, very dangerous puncher from Puerto Rico. I was able to defeat him by stopping him in the 10th round and becoming one of only 11 fighters at that time to hold 3 world titles. So my dream was to be the first boxer to win 4 world titles and to be undefeated. I ventured over to Las Vegas to fight one of the great fighters of all time, an African by the name of Azuma Nelson. We fought at the Mirage at Las Vegas on the undercard to Mike Tyson and Razor Ruddock. I think most people who watch a fight realise that, again, I was handed a pretty rough decision, but Azuma Nelson was a great fighter. I was robbed of my opportunity of winning my 4th world title. I continued to box for a couple of years after that. I tried to fight for that world title against Azuma Nelson, which I was defeated against Azuma Nelson. I moved up another weight division to fight for the world title against Philip Holliday, where I was also unsuccessful. After that, I retired from boxing. During that time of retirement, I was very, very lucky. I was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota, New York, which was a huge highlight for me. In 2002, I was voted Australia's greatest ever fighter from the WBC, which again was another huge honour because Australia's had some great boxing champions, Costa Tszyu, Lionel Rose, Jimmy Carruthers. So to be voted Australia's greatest ever fighter was certainly a huge highlight for me. After all my boxing career was over, I decided to get back in and do something for the sport that had done so much for me, and I began to train boxers. Slowly, as I began to train them, I began to manage them and also promote. Today, I'm one of Australia's leading boxing trainers and promoters. I train a host of great fighters. I have 4 guys who fought at the Australian Olympics in 2000 at Sydney that are all doing very well. Hopefully, by the time this is released, Hussein could be the flyweight champion of the world. I'm now going to show you how important it is to be able to punch at angles. Angles are very important because if we stay in front of our opponent for too long, we can get into a lot of trouble. We can get hit a lot. So I'm going to show you why it's very, very important to punch at angles. And I'm going to grab my little flyweight champion in here, Hussein, to show you the various angles and the reasons why we shouldn't stay in the same place for too long. Let's go, Huss. Slip under. Make that angle right at the end there. If you see as we do this punch combination, Hussein throws the left and right, he slips the left, he slips the right, he goes under and makes the angle, which makes it very difficult for his opponent to hit him. Let's go again. And if you watch again, Hussein punches on the way up. He doesn't come up and punch where he has no power. Elbow down. Full. Jab. Double jab. Right hand. 1, 2. And the back leg. Jab. Jab, slinging shot back to the right hand. Good boy. Double the right hand. Right hand. Right hand, lead over the left hand. Good boy. Outside. Good boy. Outside the jab. Second, if you can see, Hussein's never really staying in the same place when he comes up. Very important. If I go under a punch here and I stay here, he's going to hit me with that hand. If I go under a punch this hand, come back up here, he's going to hit me with that. So it's very important as you go under, we get to the side. That way we can either just turn our opponent, or when we go under, either hand, we're ready to punch. And when I go under that punch, very important because I'm low, there's not too much he can hit me with. As long as I've gone out on the outside, there's not much he can hit me with. His hand is nice and high. If he does throw that one, then I roll back under again, and I'm in position to punch him again. Very important when we roll, we make that angle. If there's nothing there, we get out of there and we go again. And we start with the jab. Jab's the most important punch. If the jab's not hitting, nothing else is going to land. The jab is the catalyst to all punches. If I miss with the left hand, I don't know how the right hand's going to land. 1, 2. Double jab right. Double jab right, double right. Good boy. And again. See that little short uppercut by Hussein there? He's just there, turns from the back leg and drives up. Maximum power. Always in position to throw his next punch. Very, very important. As we throw one punch, we're either in the position to punch again or in position to roll. All comes from the feet. The power's not coming from the arms or the shoulders. The power coming from having his feet in the right position. Nice left rip as he dips. Put the hand a little bit shorter. Gets in this position here. He dips. He turns from the hip, from the leg. Boom. And the power comes from here. This is where the power comes from the rip. Nice and short. Nice and short. Ready to rip and hook, as he'll show you now. Rip and hook. And again. Great power. This guy fights at 112. Great power. And again, it's very important for me as a trainer not to be pushing these into Hussein. These punches have got to come and they've got to land on his own. I make sure that he lands the punches onto the pads. I don't catch the punches. 1, 2. A lot of trainers out there, if we do a 6-punch combination, they'll do a left, right, left hook. They catch your punches for you. Like, anybody can do this. Might look good, might look flashy. Let's do it again. And again. It looks nice and flashy, but I've never seen a guy in a fight that headbutts every time you punch. That means the punches are coming at you. You got to make sure that this guy that's throwing the punches is actually punching the pads on himself. So if he does left, right, left hook, We've got to make sure that I move back as an opponent would be moving. And again. Flashiness is great and speed is great, but it's got to be created by the boxer himself, not by me holding the pads. Again, as you can see me moving backwards, that's what would be happening if it was his opponent. His opponent would either be moving backwards or going under his punch. Nice long left hook from out. Beautiful punch. Good. Very powerful punch, this punch. Good boy. Again, coming from the feet. Little twist. He's looking, he's balking, he's feinting to the body. He's looking. He's not looking for a hook. Good boy. 1, 2. Yep. So that is in position to throw his third punch. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Nice and long. Stay. 4. 6. Stay. 8. 10. 4 and 4. 6, 6. 8, 8. And jab. Smash there. Good boy. From that angle, jab. Good boy. One, two. Jab the body. Jab my body. Yep. Stay where you are. And hook after. And again. Again. Stay back. Good boy. Elbows in. What else he's doing now? He's boxing somebody, imagining he jabs, taps. He jabs to the front, he taps to the side to make sure his opponent catches the punch, and then he fires the right hand down the middle. He jabs him, he taps to the side, making sure the opponent catches, he'll go again, bang, and then he'll drop it down the middle. Bang, bang, 2 times. 2 times. Bang, 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 bang. One more. Fast. That's it, speed. As you can see, when he throws his right hand, it doesn't come back. He doesn't show me that he's going to throw it. Straight from the chin. The shorter the punch, the better. Beautiful. We just went through a routine of many different punches that you'd see thrown in a boxing event. Now we're going to go through them nice and slow. We're going to show you how to throw them properly. Hussein will come in close now, and each of these punches, like I said, we'll slow them down, show you how to do them correctly. First, we're going to show you the straight jab. All comes from the feet again, nice balance. We're not trying to overstep. It's because the easiest thing in boxing is to make a punch miss. So if Hussein overstepped every time he went to punch me, I made him miss, he'd be in my range and I could hit him. So the jab is a very essential part of the arsenal. I mean, just for keeping your distance, just finding your distance. So that's what Hussein's doing, he's finding his distance. Perfect jab, feet there, extending the left arm all the way, full extension. And lovely left jab. Right hand now, elbows down, straight from the chin. It's just a turn. It's not a exaggerated push back or hand up. It's just a full extension of the turn of the arm from there. Again, feet in the right position. He bends his knees and bang, it just twists it. It's a beautiful right hand. That's a perfect right hand. Watch his feet, watch his toes turn. They all move in that one action to get maximum power. Now we're going to throw the right hand and we're going to come into a left hook from it. Short elbow down. That's beautiful. Again, every time he punches, if you watch his feet after the right hand, his both feet come back like a corkscrew to get maximum power and balance. Everything comes from your feet again, balance. Finish your punch off, beautiful balance. Beautiful. Nice. Again, so after he's done this punch, he's in position to either roll after that right hand or he's there to punch a right hand again. The left rip that we've been throwing, Hussein drops to the side, goes low, and again uses the feet and the hips to get maximum power. Down he goes. Right. Same now with the right uppercut. We're nice and close. We're in there in the infighting. Just a little turn again from the feet and a push up from the, and again like a corkscrew to get maximum power from the feet here. Nice little turn up. Just from here, we don't have to drop the hand. Just nice little turn up. Beautiful right uppercut. Here we go. I think I've been very lucky that towards the end of my career, I've done some work with another great trainer, my trainer Johnny Lewis, who taught me all the basics, but then Emmanuel Stewart came into my team and he showed me a few things, and we're going to show you one of the things that he shows. A lot of people only believe there's one hook, and the correct way to hook is if we roll under a punch, we stay and we stay low, go down, we roll under, and from low to high, we hook. From low to high, we hook. We roll under the punch, from low to high, we hook. That's a really effective hook, and that's the proper way. That is an orthodox left hook. Again, I go under his right hand, I'm here, I get my weight here now, and I turn that. So the knuckle part of my glove obviously hits the jaw, and it does as much damage, or as hard as you can punch, it does damage. But there's another way left hook as well, and Emmanuel Stewart teaches all his fighters a nice long left hook from out there. It's a very effective punch. Screw the feet, again from the feet, and we're screwing. We have guys like Roy Jones who are just absolute freaks. Roy Jones can throw punches from anywhere, from any angle, and most of the time he lands. I mean, Roy Jones is a 1 in a million fighter who's blessed with speed, coordination, hand-eye speed, hand-eye coordination. He has everything. Roy can throw punches from everywhere. Another punch that you might have seen Hussey throw earlier was he jab to the body. That's when your opponent's there, you jab to the body so he can drop, and he'll come over with that right hand. They jab to the body, drops the hand, he comes over the right hand. Another one we were in close was the right, it's called a bolo punch. You get them in close there, they got their gloves up here on the ropes, because we can do as much damage by hitting on the temple as we can hitting on the jaw. A lot of times people get knocked out by getting hit on the temple. So as they're covering over like this, that right hand comes into play, straight to the side of the temple. The guy's here, we're rolling, bang, the right hand to the temple. A lot of people might think they've got a great defense, they have their hands up here, but again, that right hand can come right over, right to the side, hit you right on the temple, and we'll go through a couple of them now. Come on. Very good positioning for the left hook after that punch again. Left hook or left uppercut. The combination that we were doing earlier was a right to the body. A lot of times people like this, and we can't get that right hand through there because you hurt your hands in the elbows. We go around the body. So the right around the body, moving in with the punch. That's it, around that body. That's it. We're here, and This left hand stays up. We've got to always think of a defence. Whenever we throw a punch, we've got to make sure our defence is there as well. Because as we go in and we're in that range, we're in the range to be hit. So it's very, very important, first of all, that when you lead with your punch, that you're first and you're obviously getting off first. But then again, that when you're going in there, that our defence is as good and as tight as it can be. So I'm going right to the body now, and so I'm coming there, in there and out there, and making sure that I can't be hit with anything. Back with the hook after it, right to the body, and again around the body. And again, as you can see, as Hussey punches these pads, I'm not putting this out here because the body's not out there. I'm making sure that when Hussey punches, that's where my hand stays. I'm not going to put that out there because the body doesn't jump out to the punch. I've got to make sure that he comes to the punch himself. Again, let's go through it. What other punch we go through?
Lines.
Yep, now we'll just show you to make sure some rolls and making angles. Very important, again, when Hussein goes under, come straight back up. If he comes under this punch and he's there, he's ready for that punch. If he goes under this punch and he's there, he's ready for that punch. If he goes under now properly and goes under the angle, he's there for no punch. And that's what we've got to try to teach all our young fighters, to make sure that when they go under the punch, they go and make an angle. That way, if he goes under this punch and he's made an angle, I have to come around here to look to hit him, and as I come there, hopefully, because he went under that punch first, he's going to be there to counter punch me first. So let's make a couple of angles. 1, 2, under and under. Just see where he is, stay low. Under and under. That's where he is. See that? He's right there to push me away from him. If there's nothing on, he's under. That's it. And again, he goes under that punch, he's under that punch. Without coming up, he can either turn me, he can push me away, or he can punch me. And every time that he's done that, if you notice really close, he stays as low as he can, so I can't hit him. It's all about defence as well. Having a good offence is usually the best form of defence, and that's what we're trying to get on through to you right now. So he's under, stay low. Under, stays low. There's nothing there for me to do to him. And again, he can turn me. Okay? 1, 2. Side, under. Slip, and under. Stay low. Nice and low. The secret is staying low, because again, offense, just being there. Pressure's not punching your opponent all the time. Pressure's a thought of you being hit. Like Mike Tyson, for instance, when he fought, even if he wasn't throwing punches, he was bobbing and weaving, he was this far away from you. And just that pressure, the thought of him getting hit, made his opponents get tired. And that's what we're trying to do. That's why that interval training and this training is so important to know. That if I'm just going to go under a punch and come back in front of my opponent, I'm going to get hit. If I'm going to go under and learn to pivot and learn to use these feet and learn to have good balance, I will not get hurt as much, I will not get hit as much, and we'll be successful in our fights. And the real secret to winning fights is making your opponent fight your fight. And usually if you're putting pressure on your opponent, your opponent finds it very, very hard to cope. Me, I was a pressure fighter. I tried to stick as close as I could to my opponent and put as much pressure on him as I could. A good offense is a good defense as well, and I thought that when I fought, that was my strongest point. Now I'm going to show you a few little tricks with this upper torso bag. I was just wishing all my opponents was like him and didn't have long arms. I would have been much safer in the ring. I could have still been fighting today if my opponents all looked like this upper torso bag. But now I'm going to just show you a few little moves on this body here, and I'm going to just show you the correct way to punch, the correct way to put pressure on an opponent. The correct way to put pressure on an opponent is having your hands nice and high, having good hip movement, being able to slip your punch. As we slip, being able to punch nice and short. If I come to here and I show this guy that I'm going to punch him, all that happens then, my opponent just drops his arm down, twists to the side, and he takes 50 to 60% of my power away from me because I showed him my punch. So it's very important. I slip that side, slip, boom, nice short punch. Slip, boom, boom, nice short punch. Body, boom, nice and short. Everything's nice and short. We're rolling in there. We're putting pressure on our opponent. Making angles. Keeping nice and close. We don't want to get off him. We want to be nice and close. Just thinking, looking, working on your defense. Nice short. Again, if we get long, it's always pushing the jab out. It's not pushing it out too far. Pushing it out, just trying to blind him. Jabbing nice and high. Keeping that right hand up nice and controlled. Ready to throw that right hand. Always ready. Feeding the right hand. Boom. Right hand. Don't always have to throw it to the head or to the chin. Boom. We can throw the right hand to the chest. Very effective punch. Again, right hand to the body. Very effective punch. We've got to make sure that if we're going to throw those punches, that our left hand's nice and high. So, ready to block. Here's that nice long hook now. Again, it's coming from the feet. Straight right hand. This is good fun. This guy doesn't hit back. But that's the name of the game. We can put pressure on our opponent and keep him in a defensive mode. He won't be able to hit us back. Just a few other punches now. They're not conventional, but in a lot of fights, when you're fighting guys who are very defensive, they often work. This is going to be the right bolo punch. Again, we're just feinting with this hand. We're feinting. It's very important to have a good feint. As we feint, that right hand bowls right over to the side of the temple, to the side of the jaw. But very important to feint. Let that guy think we go into his body, boom, and bang, we hit him nice and hard. We don't even look at his head, we're just tapping away. We're looking here, feinting, boom. If this one lands, boom, that one will finish him off. Very, very important. I'm going to try it on one of these guys here very shortly. Again, just walking, looking, always good balance. It comes from the feet, watch the feet. Feet are still there, feet are still there. Same. Nice straight jab to the chest or to the abdominal area. But we're not looking again. We're feinting. Look in the head. Nice straight body punch. Up. If this starts landing, your opponent will start to drop his hands. When he drops his hands, we balk with the left hand to the body. We feint to the body. And we shoot the right hand straight to the chin. Very, very effective punch. We've hit him to the body. We've brought his hands down. We feint. If that right hand lands, very important to be in position for that next punch. We have a lot of fighters today. They'll throw that one punch. All of a sudden they're out of position to throw their second punch. Very important that after we throw that first punch, our legs are in the right position to follow up. Because that opportunity that we miss, we won't catch up. And if we miss that opportunity to knock him out, he might come back in the next round and it will haunt us. So we've got to make sure that when we're hitting, we stay in position to continue to hit our opponent. Very important again, all comes from good balance. Short punches, pressure, being able to make those angles. Moving. If you've seen Mike Tyson when he was at his best, he was always in there making angles. Always coming around the body, you know. Nice quick moves. Very important that these feet move quickly. Again, as you see, every time that I hook, I'm not hooking back here. I'm making sure that I hook at my opponent. So my arm's not shortening and I'm missing with my punch. Every time I drop, I'm moving my body to land my left hook with maximum power, maximum weight behind my left hook. Here we go with it now. Good night. Just a couple of things that are illegal and we shouldn't do. One is the low blow. Another terrible thing that a lot of people have a bad habit is holding and hitting. Much preferable to use that arm. If this is here, I teach my guys to uppercut straight away. Obviously rabbit punching. My old mate who used to do that, not good to bite ears. None of that stuff's really good. But look, the most important thing, and hopefully the lesson that we've learned today, is a fit fighter is always the better fighter. If we're mentally prepared and physically prepared, we can get in the ring and do whatever we want to do. 99 times out of 100, the fight's usually won in the gym. If we do our preparation right, we'll get to the gym and do the job. We can all be knocked out, we're not invincible. But like I said, if our preparation's right and we've done the work, your trainer obviously knows you're going there to fight against somebody, he's picked the right opponent for you, we usually win the fights in the gym. It's all about preparation. So if we prepare properly, we'll be victorious. Thank you very much.
Title Boxing's got you covered with 16 action-packed videos to get you in the best condition of your life. Boxing and conditioning experts Danny Campbell, Michael Rutherford, Jeff Finnick, and Russ Anber put you through the paces to show you everything you need to know to improve your speed, strength, agility, and stamina. How to wrap hands, hitting the heavy bag, medicine ball, obtaining the edge of speed, interval training, punching at angles, advanced techniques, explosive speed and power, mastering the basics, punchmit secrets, getting bigger and stronger, dynamic speed and thrust, counter punching, working the corner, defensive skills and drills, body punching, and more. Get only the ones you want, or get maximum impact with the entire series. Get the secrets of over 80 years of combined boxing and physical training experience in one action-packed video series. Where do you get it? Exclusively at TitleBoxing.com. TitleBoxing.com. If we don't have it, you don't need it.